Hi guys, this is Miss Flats. Today we're going to work on adding and subtracting fractions. We're going to start with adding and subtracting fractions that have common denominators. Okay, so now we have 2/6 plus 3/6. We're going to go ahead and add them because they have a common denominator, which is this bottom number here that we see. Since those two are the same, that means that we can add the top two numbers, the 2 and the 3. So that's going to be equivalent to 2 plus 3 is 5 over 6. They're equal parts, so we can combine them. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the next example, example 2. Here we have 4/9 minus 1/9. Again, the denominators are the same. That allows us to just take 4 minus 1, which is 3, and our denominator remains the same. We can simplify this some more by dividing each one by a common factor, which is 3, and we have 1/3. This is our simplified answer. Let's put a box over here too. Now let's go ahead and go down to number 3, which is a little different because this is when you have different denominators. We're going to go ahead and write down 5/12 plus 4/8. So here the issue is that we don't have a common denominator between the 12 and the 8. This is where I normally have you guys list the numbers like this. So you take the 12 and you think, what are the numbers that I can multiply to get 12? I did provide a multiplication table here to help you. I'm going to go ahead and write them out. So it's 12, 24, 36. I'll stop there for now. And then my other denominator was 8. That's 8, 16, 24, 32. Oh wait, look. We already found a common denominator. They both have a 24. So that is now my new denominator. I will have 24 here. And then I will also have 24 here. So I need to see how I went from 12 to 24. Well, 12 times what is 24? You can go ahead and count. 1, 2, that's it. So 12 times 2 got you 24. So I'm going to multiply this by 2. But remember, whatever you do at the bottom, you do the top. I know I used an X for times, I'm sorry. 5 times 2 is 10. So this is my new numerator. We're going to do the same process with the 8. 1, 2, 3. So 8 times 3 is 24. Times 3 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Now I have equal parts. I can add them. 10 plus 12 is 22 over 24. Now, it's an even number, so I know I can divide them both by 2 to simplify. Whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top, vice versa. This is 11 over 12, and this is my final answer. The next example we're going to be doing is number 4, 1/7 minus 1/2. 1/7 minus 1/2. Again, they do not have the same denominator. So I'm going to do the same process I did for the problem above. Write 7, 7, 14, 21, 28. And my other denominator was 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I still haven't found the number they have in common, so you just keep going. 12, 14, 16. And there it is. They both have a 14 in common. So here's a 14 and here's the other one right there. So that is going to be my new denominator. It's going to be over 14 minus, be careful, some people accidentally write plus. So I did 7 times 1, 2. So 7 times 2. You don't have to write that times 2 up there. Might be helpful though to remember. Whatever you do at the bottom. You know what? Let me change that to a dot. Okay. So 1 times 2 is 2. And then the other one, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Some of you guys are really good at your multiplication, so you don't have to count. If you do have to count, that's fine. So whatever you do at the bottom, you do to the top. Again, let's do the dot times 7 times 7, which is 7. This is 2 minus 7, which is actually negative 5 over 14, because you can't take 7 from 2, so it's going to be a negative number. Here you go. Negative 5 over 14. I do want you guys to notice that you can also do, you can look at the denominators and multiply them with each other. So the 7 times 2 is here, and the 2 times 7 is here. That works. It doesn't work every time if you're looking for the lowest common multiple, but you'll still have a correct answer. You'll just have to simplify at the end. Example number 5 will be 1/6 plus 3/5. So that last strategy I was talking about, we can do with this problem here. You can take the denominator, 6 and 5, and multiply them on each other's side. So on the opposite side, I can do the 6. I can multiply this side by 5. And I can multiply this one by 6. And then it would give me a common denominator of 30. This works as well. It's a shortcut, I guess, for some people, except for a lot of times you're going to have to simplify more later. We're going to see that in this case, 30 is the lowest common denominator, but I'm going to go ahead and do it the other way that I was doing just to not confuse people. But again, you can do whichever way works for you on your classwork and the practice problems. Here we go. I'm going to list all the multiples of 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and 36. You can go as far as you want. If you stop early, then you just keep adding numbers. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. And there we go. We both have a 30. That's our lowest common denominator. So now I have 30 here plus 30 here. Well, 6 times what gave me 30? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 times 5 did that. So this is going to be times 5 times 5. 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Worked up there. So I have 5 over 18 again. So now I can add 5 and 18. So that's 18, 20, 21, 22, 23. So my answer is 23 over 30. Can I simplify that? No, 23 is a prime number. There you go. Please make sure you have all of these notes on your sheet so that you can turn that in. Over here, I'm going to have you guys fill in the problems that you're going to work on. Please copy these problems down so that you can solve them and submit them for credit. The practice problems are 6 through 17. Feel free to go back and replay the video so that you can complete your notes, or to refer to if you get stuck. Also know that you're able to contact me if you have any questions, and I will do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. Here are all of the problems. For those of you guys who would like challenge problems, I'm going to add 3 more challenge problems at the end of this page. Here you go. Good luck. I will post the answers later this week.